The waiting room smelled like disinfectant and old coffee, the kind of smell that settles into your clothes and stays there even after you leave. I saw my son before he saw me. He was folded into a plastic chair like something left behind, clothes stained, beard grown wild, hands shaking just enough to notice if you were looking for it. He kept staring at the floor as if it might open and take him with it. I didn't say his name. He looked up anyway, red eyes, not crying, past that stage. "Where's my granddaughter?" I asked. He swallowed, tried to speak, failed once. "They won't let me see her. 3 weeks sick, 3 weeks hospitalized, 3 weeks of doors closed and security threats. The maternal grandparents had filed something, allegations, words chosen carefully, just clean enough to sound legal, just dirty enough to destroy him. If I go near the room," he said, "they said they'll have me arrested." I listened, nodded once. Then I walked past him. No comfort, no promise, no explanation. Straight to the nurse's station. I reached into my coat and pulled out a single document, folded, worn at the edges, signed years ago when no one thought it would matter. I slid it across the counter. "Please read this," I said. 10 minutes later, hospital security was moving with purpose. While they worked, I stood still, perfectly still. I had learned years ago that stillness unnerves people more than shouting ever could. This wasn't the first time my son had been erased. After the divorce, his ex-wife's parents stepped in like benevolent gods. Money, lawyers, soft voices in hard rooms. They painted him as unstable, directionless, a risk. They didn't mention the nights he slept in his car to stay close to his daughter. They didn't mention the child support paid early, always early. They mentioned depression, missed workdays, a raised voice during an argument, carefully selected moments, edited truth. I believed them once, or maybe I wanted to. That's the betrayal that sticks. Not what strangers do, what family convinces you to overlook. When my granddaughter got sick, they tightened their grip, hospital access restricted, legal letters sent, emergency custody petitions filed out of concern. Concern is such a useful word, soft, painless, deadly. My son never fought back. He waited, trusted that truth would matter. Truth is slow. Power isn't. I had prepared for this long before the waiting room. I requested records, quietly. I listened more than I spoke. I paid attention to who interrupted and who avoided eye contact. I discovered the missed medication doses, logged but unsigned. I noticed the nurse who always deferred to the grandparents, the one who never met my son's eyes. I found the old document while cleaning my desk one night. Medical power of attorney, temporary guardianship authority, signed when my son spiraled after the divorce. Signed so I could protect my granddaughter if something happened. Something had happened. I didn't confront anyone, not yet. I verified signatures, confirmed it was still valid. I waited for the right moment. Waiting teaches you things. Who panics? Who grows careless? Who believes they've already won? The grandparents believed that. They laughed too loudly in the hallway, talked about next steps, spoke of my son as if he were already gone. I kept my voice even when I finally spoke to hospital administration. No accusations, just documentation. Facts don't need emotion, they just need space. The head nurse read the document twice, then a third time. Her mouth tightened. She excused herself. When she returned, security followed. My son was still sitting where I left him. He didn't look up when they approached. He expected removal. He was used to it. Instead, they helped him stand. "Sir," one of them said gently, "you're cleared to see your daughter." Confusion hit first, then fear, like joy might be a trick. Down the hall, the grandparents erupted, voices sharp, accusations flying. "You can't do this." I stepped closer, close enough for them to smell the coffee on my breath. I can, I said, and I have. They argued legality, claimed fraud, threatened lawsuits. I watched their faces when the nurse explained, when the document was acknowledged, when their authority dissolved in real time. They didn't look at my son, they looked at me. Security escorted them out, not roughly, just firmly, the way professionals remove problems without raising their voices. As they passed me, the grandmother hissed something about regret, about consequences. I leaned in, quiet. "Tomorrow," I said, "I'll be filing a report about the medication logs." Her face changed, not anger, fear. I straightened and stepped back. No drama, no victory speech. My son went into the room alone. He needed that moment without me watching. I stayed in the hall, listening to the machines breathe. Revenge isn't loud when it's done right. It's administrative, permanent, exact. I saw my granddaughter later, pale, sleeping, alive. That was enough. My son didn't thank me. He didn't need to. Gratitude can feel like debt. I didn't want that between us. I gathered my coat, walked past the exit where the grandparents had been removed, past the waiting room, past the chairs where people sat hoping someone else would save them. No one saves you. You prepare, you wait, you act. As I stepped outside, I felt lighter. Not because I'd won, because I no longer cared how they suffered. And that was the moment I knew they never had power over us at all.